Hello and welcome back to WitchFire, and today we're going to be looking at a new build that I've created, and I'm calling it the Battle Mage build. Now, in this build we have access to every single element and they all work together, and if you want to cause so much destruction that your computer starts doing the jitterbug, then I highly recommend running this build because your frames will drop dramatically. Literally, whenever you do your combo, your computer will freeze for a second, and then whenever it unfreezes, everything's dead. So it's kind of a fun one. Now, to get into how the build works and why, we're gonna look at our equipment. So you don't have to run Angelus, but I thought that it fit the theme as a battle mage, being that this has a shield, and I really wanted to include one of the newer weapons. So the Angelus will give you a shield around your body. It will mitigate damage every, I think it's 8 seconds, 8 to 10. And it really helps, especially being that we're not running Henbane in this build. You can run Henbane because this is a flex slot, but you don't need it, which, finally, we don't need fucking Henbane. I mean, you never did, but it's hard to justify not using it, right? It's just too good. So we got Angelus, and then on our backup we got the Hunger. Hunger primarily serves as a way to freeze and a way to deal with tougher enemies that have a lot of health. So the elites or bosses. We're running with the Falling Star just to cause more chaos and slow our computer down just a little bit more. Because why not go all out? Now, it's no secret around here that Burning Stake and Blight Cyst is my favorite combo of spells. You throw down the Burning Stake, and then if you pop 3 enemies at least with the Blight Cyst, this will just start exploding. So you get the one big decay explosion followed by several fire explosions, followed by a lightning storm from Eye of the Madwoman. So how Eye of Madwoman works is whenever an enemy gets below 10% health for a regular enemy, lightning will strike them and kill them outright. And then for an elite, it's 30% health. So you'll see that start popping off. So your big combo is Burning Stake, Blight Cyst for the big decay pop. This will pop 2 or 3 times, then this will start popping everywhere. And just to clean up everything, shoot an enemy a few times and dash. And you'll get even more lightning, causing more fire explosions, and so on. Now, the reason we have Angelus for this is you can aim down sights while dashing. That way, if anything isn't being stunned or killed, you can mitigate whatever damage is thrown your way. Now, like I said before, your fetish is up to you. You can absolutely run Henbane if you just really enjoy it. I'm just tired of every build I make having Henbane, and now we have ways to get around needing it. So, Monk's Hood is a fantastic option as far as damage mitigation. Every time you absorb a manifestation, it grants you a shield that absorbs any damage. It doesn't matter what damage. Alternatively, you can run Belladonna. It gives you a shield every 60 or so seconds that mitigates minor damage. So that's, being shot by a regular enemy or stabbed by a regular enemy and so on. And they just kind of pair well with Angelus, giving you even more mitigation. Alternatively, I really like Bellwort. Once you get below half, killing enemies will give you healing essence instead of Witchfire, which, with how quickly enemies are dying, you can get really good heals with Bellwort. So if you want to run more of a vampire build, throw that on. Now, to get into our stats, this is my main character, so he's ridiculously high leveled. You do not need this at all. Really, all you need is 30 vitality, 30 endurance, and 25 at least in witchery. So at 25, I believe you get like 45% cooldown reduction on your spells, meaning every 2 enemies you kill, you get your Blight Cyst back, and every 10, you get your Fire Stake back. The endurance, I almost want to pump this higher because you are gonna be constantly out of stamina. Just with how much you're casting your spells and how much you're dashing, because of that new ring, you're gonna be running out of stamina, and that's a dangerous place to be at whenever there's a shitload of enemies around, and it will get you killed. So if you have to stagger your spells in any way, do that. Just try your best not to blow through all of your endurance. Vitality, we're gonna go through how to improve that so that we don't need Henbane. So we have a good bit of health as is, but with the new incense, we can boost that farther. So with the Wellspring Incense, absorbing a manifestation increases maximum health. So as long as you don't run into, the biggest, baddest camp right off the rip, and you do that one last, you will have a shitload of health, especially if you also pair this with the Arcana, that gives you another 20% bonus health. So I don't know the exact percentage of maximum health you get. I want to say it's around 5%. So, and there's 6 camps, so that's what, 30% health? It's absolutely absurd. And you'll see that you get just a massive health bar. Now, as I stated before, this build ain't perfect, and it may just be my computer. It's getting a little bit old, but shit can go downhill whenever the game starts freezing like it does. So keep that in mind. If you're running a badass computer, this may be just the most devastating build there is. I don't want to say that with all certainty, but from my testing, this is definitely the most destructive build that I've put together. Especially with, we just have so much damage, and so much tankiness. You're mitigating damage all the time. Like I said, with the Monk's Hood or Belladonna, just half the time enemies aren't doing damage when they do hit. And that's if they can hit you with all the shit blowing up everywhere. So, absolutely banger build. I do plan on doing more. If you have any suggestions to improve the build, leave them in the comments. Try running this build and tell me what you think. I had a blast with this build. It's a lot of fun just watching your screen explode. Not so much fun hearing your computer take off like a damn jet engine and freezing, but it is what it is. So, with all that being said, have yourselves a Merry Christmas. I won't be back for about a week after Christmas. I'm going out of town, and that's why I'm uploading, all these videos back to back. Whenever we do get back, I may throw up another build video, or it might be the Frostbite guide. That is the last gun I haven't done. I wanted to play around with it some more before I put up the guide. It's easy to just run through and talk about all the Mysteria, but I like to throw in some tips as to when the Mysteria are useful and in what circumstances you'd want to be using them, and what makes the gun so powerful. And I just haven't had that much time with it, so it is what it is. So you can expect that in about a week. And without further ado, like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and if you didn't, then don't. Either way it goes though, have yourself a very fine day.